Mitch here with Coat Epoxy, and I'm on location here at RK3 Designs. There's currently a hands-on training class going. Let me know, guys, in the comments how I'm sounding. Is my audio good? We're using a new mic with this cell phone. We don't have everything per normal because we are on location. We are in South Texas at RK3 Pro class. The students right now are learning about marketing, bidding, contracts. They just sat through with KCDC Design, and in his prior life, he was an insurance specialist, sold insurance, so he knows how to protect your business. You learn not just epoxy out here, you're learning how to set up your business properly. But what we're doing today, guys, is I'm doing, let me know in the comments below if you have seen the floor that we just completed last week. Kenny flew out to Oregon to help me out on that giant floor. It was 2,400 square feet. We did a brown flowing marble for a wedding venue. We kept out most accent colors because we want the brides to bring in their accent colors. And ask them how is the feed, guys? Am I sounding good? Is the picture staying in there? Let me know. We got Luke behind the camera. We've got Keith with KCDC Designs here today. And I bet you when Rhonda's done talking to the class, she's going to come out and join us. But let's go over the colors. So we've got full singed brown, as I call it, or full strength. And then I used what Rhonda taught us here with that, skim milk, 2% milk, all that stuff. And I did it on the floor with the brown. So we've got full send brown where I'll make it real brown. And then this is going to be our 2% as full send brown where I'll make it real brown. And then this is going to be our 2%, as I say here, 2% brown cow milk.
Oh, there you go. Very light
chocolate milk. Yes, sir. Yeah, yep. Let's say, Mom, add more Hershey's to that, right?
right.
You're skipping on me. The old school powdered Hershey's.
Oh, yeah.
With the metal lid.
Yep.
It's like getting rusty around and everything, but we still ate it.
Heck yeah.
Oh, man, I love that. Guys, let us know where you're watching from. And if you haven't seen KCDC Designs on YouTube, he also teaches us epoxy countertop technique. He's a pro. He goes out and does this in the Lincoln, Nebraska area. So check him out at KCDC Designs on YouTube or the same name at .com, right?
.com.
Cool.
We got a question. They want to know how last week's quartz panel.
Oh my gosh. Okay, on Insiders, I'm not at Oregon. So the next live at Oregon, I'll pull it out. They look sick, except I'll be truthful. I poured epoxy in molds that were designed for silicone molds. So what does that mean, Keith?
That means it probably didn't pop out real easy.
No, the molds are destroyed. They are in about 75 pieces, but I was able to peel them off. My hands are all blood blistered up from yanking at it. So I'll show you how those look. They look extra sweet, and I learned a lot. I used way too much epoxy. That quartz settles down in all those nooks and crannies. So I had like 3/8 of an inch of clear epoxy on the back, like really? Unnecessary. And then those things are hard enough to walk on as pavers because that quartz, it is strong. You cannot cut it with a wood blade. You got to use a diamond blade at this point.
Really?
Yeah, because it's real quartz. It's almost like making a silestone nearly, dude, or like a cultured marble.
Right, right.
Ooh,
they look really
ideas
cool.
are flowing. They are. They're really cool. So let's go. We got epoxy mixed. So I'll get the dyes coming. So we're going to go full sin brown. Oh, wow. Those are hard, aren't they?
How about on the full sand brown? I start with just taking some of that into that.
Yeah, I'll go like here and then just bloop. Bam. And if we have to add, golly, almost added in the other one. What's that one say? Bronze? Dark bronze. So this is one of my favorite colors of all time. I love the dark bronze. Dark bronze and blue earth. Those are the colors Luke tells me to stop using because he's tired of editing them. Guys, let us know any questions y'all have. We love these lives because we get to engage with the audience in real time. If you have any project questions, if you have any advice, share some stories. We love to hear from you guys.
2 week, how do you like your skim chocolate?
Maybe a hair more. So like you said, mix it in there. So once we're on the clock here, guys, the epoxy, you don't want to yap too much. You want to get mixing. You want to get this out of the cups. We designed the epoxy to be open for a long time so you don't have to be in too big of a rush. But you're shortening the working window the longer you leave the resin in big masses.
Got a great question. How long will this last in the kitchen? Will it scratch like laminate?
No, so it'll last a very long time. And we have epoxy system that includes the ultimate top coat. It can take down, here, you want to finish that?
I want a little bit more brown in here. That's a little bit too
Cool, here you go.
translucent for
Those new bottles are a little stiff, aren't they?
Yeah, they
so
are.
here's the ultimate top coat matte, which will take down the sheen. It also adds extreme durability to the project. It's the final, whoops, a daisy. It's the final coat we do on an epoxy countertop whenever I'm installing it in a home. We have a gloss version and we have a matte version.
What else can the epoxy be used as besides countertops?
Great question. And right behind here are some shower panels that we've made with recent classes here in RK3 Designs. This is on 1/2-inch foam, and we've reinforced it with fiber mesh, and then we apply our quick coat to do the fiber mesh, and we tint that, and then we're ready to pour epoxy on that. We pour this flat, and then we go install that vertical. It's a waterproof wall panel. Another great use of stone coat epoxy. Also, you could do flooring epoxy. We have casting resins that will do like the river tables, if you've seen those, the 2 pieces of wood with the big epoxy river running through it. They're really unlimited because we just literally poured epoxy and quartz in a mold and made our own backsplash pieces that would go from countertop all the way up to the cabinets above. So what I'm going to do with that, guys, is I'm going to really figure out the ratio of how much resin. I'm going to try to make it as affordable as possible on that application. Really narrow that down for you guys. Do some R&D with you. It could be a really cool option to do, but I want to do one of those backsplashes like an exotic pour or something, dude. Like way cool. So great question. Is that enough white? It is. All right. And guys, let us know in the comments where the heck you're watching from. We love to know how far our reach goes. Sometimes we're all the way in different countries. And speaking of different countries, guys, for all you Canadians, our lovely northern neighbors, we are back for sale across the border. We have it's about time, right?
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah.
We searched the country far and wide for the perfect distributor for you. It's an awesome father-son company, family-owned company up there. New Classic Resin. newclassicresin.com. I can't leave a link in the description because we're not sitting behind the computer. And we should have let Chris know to come on and moderate. But this is kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing, guys. We're having fun. They're about to be released for lunch, and they don't even know I'm doing this. So if you see a horde come walking through, that's what it is. It's the students. I'm putting my diamond dust into the white and just adding some bling bling to it.
Here's a great question. Is there a video on the boards
Behind us?
you?
This one here just did yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if we filmed those because that's for the students. We're really training the students on how to do this. So I don't think there are videos on those. There might be sneak peek little, Rhonda goes live often when we're doing those. So check Rhonda's RK3 Designs Facebook page. She's often going live when we're doing those shower pours and how we're creating those, because we teach the students not only countertop finishes, we're teaching them showers. Today, Kenny taught them how to seam MDF properly. It is an awesome class. There's about, 18, 20 students here, and they're all having a great time. They get lunch, about to get lunch. What is for lunch today? Is it the taco?
Walking tacos.
Yes.
What do we have lunch?
I already, I'll have to admit, I got chastised and I had to plead the fifth because
You're now
Leslie,
admitting it?
I am, and she's even here. But now we're live, so she can't be too mean to me because we're live. Remember this.
We got a bunch of people. We got England, Michigan, Louisiana, Florida, Dakota, Illinois, Belgium,
Nice.
India,
Woo, Belgium.
Chicago, Alaska, South Carolina. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Happy to have y'all. Let's get working. Rollers, everything's ready.
Where's the class at?
The class is in South Texas, Seguin, Texas. Check out rk3designs.com. The new class schedule, is it up?
Yes.
It's up, and it's for sale, and it sells out quickly. I come out here to most every pro class. It's been the favorite part of my job recently. I come about every other month for about 4 or 5 days of epoxy magic. It's awesome when you teach those students, right?
Yep.
Keith comes out here as well, but we got to get pouring.
All right.
So how I did this in the floor, Keith, is I had guys mixing and I had them tinting. So Kenny and I were grabbing 5-gallon buckets and just pouring out big ribbons. So we're downsized here because we're not doing that big. So what we'll do is I'll give you a couple. I'll take a couple.
set these offside for now?
Yep, let's set them off, and then we'll just start pouring. And I say we start with some brown.
Hey guys, do you want me to move the camera looking down on the piece, or do you want to watch them make it?
Ooh, yeah, that's a great question.
Also, while we're waiting for that, you got flooring products?
We do have flooring products. They are for sale on our website. We're in the middle of, you're seeing it's kind of a sneak preview of some of our website updates. We're still in construction, but go to the website. We have training sections that teach you how to do flooring. We have some amazing new flooring videos coming out. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. That brown marble floor is so epic. And we got some great shots of it, dude.
Amazing.
So
that is our
full
skin,
send.
chocolate skin.
Okay,
Our full send.
you full send, and give us the first
want
flow.
ribbons?
Yeah,
All right, the boss is here.
the boss is here,
The boss is here.
just
Hey,
in
guys.
time. We're all mixed up. This is Rhonda with RK3 Designs, the class instructor that I've been praising. So,
Oh, well,
yep.
thank you. Yeah, we just broke for lunch.
Awesome.
So they are eating lunch, and I decided to come out here and be the
Yeah.
supervisor on this job.
And
Make sure we
heck,
do it right.
if the
Absolutely.
students want to come watch, they can, but
Yeah.
they're eating.
I
Did
think
you let
they're
them know?
Yeah. they're
Okay,
fixing
cool.
Their plates.
So,
All right.
What do you want a full send on one
yeah,
ribbon? One
no,
across?
I would save like half of that. Here, I'll come your way with one.
All right.
Let's just kind of
Oh,
give it a little bit of flow. And you have gloves over there, Rhonda, if you
Want
want
this one
to
beside it?
grab some.
Yep, goes right
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was just gonna
Beside
let
it?
y'all
Yeah,
do
or no, because that's brown. Go somewhere else. I'll come back here with this bronze. We're kind of
You go that way.
layering up.
And
There we go. I got it.
somewhere else for this one?
Yeah, go full send it. And there's no wrong, like you know epoxy, bro.
Hey Mitch, I got a question.
Yep.
Adrienne asked, what material do you recommend for a kitchen backsplash? Insulation boards seem too thick.
So you could get insulation board down to 1/2 inch, which isn't too bad. I'll do 1/2 inch MDF as well. I've even done 3/4 MDF. That's not a big deal either. So whatever really you wish is a good backsplash.
We do 1/2 inch
Foam?
all the time.
Right, it's not heavy at all.
No. And it's very easy to seam.
And very easy to work with, really.
Yep.
Especially if you're going full height. Like, you don't even see those edges.
Oh yeah, and the way that we seam our foam panels together, you never see the seams. So we've had a lot of really good luck with the 1/2 inch foam.
Here's another one. Can you pour a second coat of epoxy without sanding in the first 12 hours?
Yes, but 12 is almost too soon, I would say.
Depending on your temperature and your humidity and where you're at, you're looking at probably what you would say, Mitch, 15 hours maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Here in Texas, maybe even a little sooner, but in Oregon, 15 might be too soon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the higher the humidity, the faster you're going to gel. It's not going to affect your open time,
Right.
but it's going to set you off a little quicker.
So what I try to tell people in our classes is you want that surface to be tape, blue tack.
Yeah, the
Blue
Blue
tape
tape
tacky.
tacky. Blue tape tacky.
Yep.
Meaning the countertop is gonna feel like the backside of your tape.
That's a good. It's always hard to like give them analogies, right? Like
Yeah.
with the UTC, it's hard to translate to
Yeah.
what that thickness is, and the formula you came up with is perfect.
How do you attach the backsplash to the wall?
Silicone, that's another great question. So I use 100% silicone. The only time I bring out silicone around epoxy is when I'm gluing either shower walls to the wall or I'm gluing the backsplash to the wall. So I'll put daubs of silicone behind there, push it to the wall, and then I use silicone where the backsplash meets the countertop. So if I had backsplash sitting up here, I'm going to silicone that line. I'm going to silicone behind it to the wall. And then on top, I use a paint grade latex. So if the customer ever wants to change the color of their wall, they can paint it. I think we're good, Keith. We'll save some to layer.
All right.
And then the next step, guys, I kind of wet my roller down, pre-wet it because it will pull up some material. Here's the other one. And now at this stage, what I did with the floor
Me?
is just
Oh, no.
blend it in,
Why not you?
and I'm changing the angle of how I'm doing this. So Keith, I grab a color and I walk it in, kick it over.
Whoa. Very
Isn't that cool?
I'm gonna play with the
trowel at
Magic
the end.
trowel, that's what I want to play
So
with.
when you do it like this, oh my goodness gracious.
That, yeah.
So don't overdo it
Okay.
and you'll be good. Go ahead.
You're coming this way.
And it's okay, just kind of, and exactly, and then kind of kick it out, make it wide, bring her back,
Maybe
cut
go a little
over.
harder, Keith, on the substrate,
I'm
so
coming
you
around,
touch
Keith.
it.
That was so cute. I love you,
Yeah, touch
Keith.
the substrate.
Here's a good question.
You almost want to push the mountain a little, Keith.
Gotcha.
We've had a couple questions now on this. Is they're asking if they could do 2 coats of UTC to get more scratch resistance?
No, it doesn't really necessarily give you more scratch resistance. It may give you possibly more impact resistance, but the epoxy is designed also to withstand that as well. So let's keep it. We almost. So what's jumping out to me, Keith, and it might be you, is we've did too many stripes, so it's getting super busy. We may have done wider. So yeah, let Rhonda grab that. I'm going to come into that white though first. Yeah, exactly, because most of it's blended except right here. Golly, it's looking
That brown
cool.
into that white just looks so cool.
Well, wait, yeah, so when
You
I,
wanna pull some of this?
well, no, before I do it, I want to make sure that I know what you guys are expecting. I was going to just kind of come really
Soften it.
and soften it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to soften
Golly.
it linear?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, however you wish. Luke, give them a flower over this real quick
Yeah, this is
first.
gorgeous.
If we did wider pores and less,
Striations?
yeah, it would be less, you know what I mean? It would be, you'd have some more negative space,
Right.
but I'm digging this.
Yeah, very cool.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to play with it. Let's torch it just
You
a
got
hair.
Keith, we got some plastic over here if you want to sit your roller down. I'll give it a quick torching. So you could remove the air bubbles from the epoxy multiple ways. The best way and most efficient is your blowtorch, propane torch like here.
Before you do that,
Yep.
I'll show them something.
Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Not a
much.
problem.
This is one thing that I so kind of really reiterate in our classes is when you do a finish like you just did, you just manipulated this epoxy. Guys, don't rush. You have so much time with this product. Let the epoxy do its thing. Let it start creating the finish for you. So many times we're in such a rush to go to the next step that we miss the beauty of what's happening in front of our face. I want Luke right now to
This
come.
is pretty piece.
Yeah, I want Luke to come in right now, and we have done nothing to this except roll it. But just while it's sitting here, these colors are starting to meld and starting to fight each other, and you're getting this look that if we were to just come in really quick and move it, we're gonna lose a lot of this beauty.
This is pretty.
Yeah, so just allowing the epoxy to set just a little bit and react with each other can really create the most beautiful finish, and you don't have to do anything else to it. In saying that, I'm going to do
Now you're
something
gonna
else.
do that. But that's what we do here.
Yeah.
We're pushing the limits,
Right.
seeing what we could do. We're buying the epoxy, teaching you so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You find what you love, you find those techniques, and just follow right along.
So
That
this
negative
could
space.
be a finish all on
All
its
on.
own.
Totally. I love
I'm gonna
this.
take it to the next level.
I love
All
this.
right,
Let me
somebody
torch it
come
real
in.
quick.
Yep.
Because torching it softens it up. It's going to get rid of those micro bubbles that we mixed in and helps that melding. Golly.
Now, I wasn't here when you guys started. How many ounces per square foot are we
I
using
put
right
5.
now? 5.
That's
okay.
why I have the tape
Yep,
dam up.
gotcha. I
Plus, I
figured-
don't want to mess up your concrete.
More concrete floor.
Yeah. We're going to cover it soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Fantastic.
Let me take a photo of that real quick.
This is beautiful.
That negative space in there, it's really cool.
Well, I guess Luke's
And
got.
sometimes that's
You're
what
good.
I'm afraid
You're
of
good.
is You want to mix everything. You want to blend
I'm
everything.
good.
But you leave those areas of that
Man.
negative space and just looks amazing. Especially when some of the other colors are blending into it. Especially illuminate brown dye.
Guys, let us know in the comments, what do you think of this color scheme and how fast was that?
Super fast.
You could have walked away already. So let's see what you got.
Can we try it? We ready?
Yeah.
All right, so. Woo! It's so pretty. I don't want to touch it. All right, so I'm just going to kind of come in here really lightly, and I'm just going to kind of drag a little bit and soften. Just a little bit, and I'm literally just taking the weight of the trowel and barely putting it over the top. And I'm not hitting every single inch
Dude.
of the piece.
And this is a technique, Rhonda, we did on the floor. So we poured way too much
Oh, wow.
in the center. I mean, in our first pour. I stuck my finger in and it went up to my first knuckle. And I said, Kenny, we're going to run out of material. What do we do? So we grabbed the trowel and I pulled and it was a mound about this tall. It was a 3-inch tall mound. Golly, that's pretty. And it painted out an exotic pour as I pulled it tight to the floor that didn't have resin. I thought it was going to make mud, but it didn't. It did the opposite.
I do this a lot with my Bondo spreader, is I kind of just drag and chop a little bit. And by doing that, you kind of create some of this meld right here. Now, I would not want to do that over the entire thing. It'd be too busy. But every so often, if you have like a boring part and you want to kind of bring some colors together, you can kind of bring that in.
That is so pretty.
Chopping and dragging.
Gosh. And this was not that many colors, and we even have more to accent if we wish. But man, let's hit this with alcohol, huh? It's a little early, like Rhonda said. Some techniques we hold off and wait till the epoxy thickens a little. Like the chopping that brings those fracture lines. Well, gosh, dang, that's pretty.
Yeah,
I just got distracted.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. So not going to touch these, and I'm going to show you what the alcohol will do to eliminate the little tadpoles. That was when Rhonda picked up the thing, they drip off. It's common, but don't panic. It's not a big deal. They come right off.
Yeah, that's real pretty.
All right, alcohol time. This is one of my favorite accents to do in practically any countertop project.
Make sure that's what that is.
It is. It is. Kenny Shop.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Make sure.
You never know what's
going to be in the shop. So.
Right. So I'll do a little Italian drip where you pour some in your hand. We're looking for bigger size drops and little drops. Sometimes.
You got to hold it out.
You gotta get the, yeah.
When the moon hits the eye like a big. Ooh, that is crazy.
That's pretty.
Now I'm coming with smaller drops.
Yeah, big drops, and then come back with your fill in your little drops. Now, if you'll notice, Mitch is not doing. Mitch, do this for me. Let me show. Do a full. He's not. Oh wait.
You atomize.
Yeah.
There's a difference between.
I don't think they can see you though.
Can you see that? I bet they can.
Okay.
So I'm pulling my trigger like this.
Little tiny, tiny squeezes.
Just barely pulls. It's a big difference in this. It just gets too small. My goodness.
Yeah.
Give them a flower of this.
Woohoo!
When you atomize it, it will be so small it doesn't do much. You want the bigger and smaller fractures. This will all soften out as this epoxy continues to find level.
Right. Now, the longer you wait to do what Mitch just did with the alcohol, the more this pattern is going to stay looking like that pattern. If you do it when the epoxy is fresh and just poured, this whole design is going to get softer as the epoxy continues to move.
And now let's say this is too dark for you. You want to brighten the whole thing. We have a little leftover epoxy. You can come in on a project like this because we have the edges taped and add in some more lighter colors, and then we'll get that roller and blend again. We're just playing crazy because I absolutely loved this project twice already. I did.
You could even take some of your other colors, make kind of a mini dirty pour.
Sure.
Pour that mini.
We did that. We did dirty pour on the little bathrooms. That was my first dirty pour floor. This is the really light.
I'm still a little salty that you and Kenny had so much fun without me.
We did. We missed you on this day, though. We talked about it like Rhonda would have had so much fun with this. It's fun. It's easy, right?
This is gorgeous, guys.
I'm going to bring in some of this.
Now, what I love is, and I know the camera is not catching it, I love how, did y'all do, I wasn't here when y'all mixed it up. Did y'all do two different trends?
Yep, we sure did.
You have a light
Dark brown.
Okay.
I said full send.
I can see the 3D look that you're getting because you have the two opacities.
I wasn't even going to go there.
I catch heck from Luke because I always say it wrong. I say it the Texas way.
Well, you nailed it that time, Rowan.
Yeah, we're live. Hi,
What's
guys.
up?
You're always live.
What's up,
All
Jeff?
right, beautiful.
So you could that just quickly brightened it up a little bit there. Man, maybe drag with the trowel
You want it?
some
Yeah,
of that
we can do
white.
that, yeah.
How you guys doing? Good.
So the party's here, guys. If y'all need to come hang out here at RK3 Design.
Yep.
Because you never know what stars walk in the door.
That's right, Jeff Thornton from
Jeff
Artist Till
from-
Death.
That's right.
Amazing artist. Check them out on YouTube, guys. Many of you are subscribed to them. Artist Till Death on YouTube. Crazy artists, amazing epoxy artists. They have amazing epoxy additives for sale. Way more than we have to offer. ArtistTillDeath.com. Check them out. And don't forget to subscribe.
And don't forget, well, I'm just telling you right now, we're fixing to reveal a really cool project that Jeff is doing for us. I can't wait till that video comes out.
That is really
You like that?
Cool.
So what we just did is I just took the trowel and I just kind of drug and twisted it a little bit. And wow, I love it.
The marbling of the two different browns.
Isn't that
The
pretty?
opaque and the translucent. Yeah.
Why don't you hit this right here with a little bit of alcohol?
Got it.
When we torch bubbles out.
Yeah, you always want to torch before alcohol
Now,
or give it a couple minutes before torching.
so I'm going to do a disclaimer on that.
What is that silver?
It's the diamond dust
Diamond dust.
Yeah.
and white mica.
So I do want to say one little thing before, when you torch, it's super important for you to be very mindful of how hot your epoxy is.
Right.
Because you don't want to get your epoxy really hot and then hit it with alcohol. Because what'll happen is the epoxy will react and then it'll close back up.
Can be muddy a little too, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
It'll cause it to be very muddy. So make sure after you torch, you give ample time, put your hand over it, feel it, make sure it's not hot, and then you can come in with your alcohol and you'll get the best designs.
Yep, and that's a great comment. And a rule of thumb, when I'm doing my clear coats, I'm waiting about 3 to 4 minutes between
Yep.
torching, let that cool off,
Absolutely. Yep.
and you're off to the
Well, that's the
races.
best part of the epoxy we're using. You don't have to be in a rush.
Nope.
You've got plenty of time to work with it.
I'm going to move this.
Okay, I'm gonna go, man, that's pretty. I'm gonna do smaller amount, just a little.
Hey Mitch, here's a question. What prep do you need to do to pour this over wood subfloor on the second floor of the house?
Okay, cool. That's a great question. And what you'll run into on a second floor, which I've learned the hard way, is I did an exterior wall closet, and most second stories are not perfectly level.
Right.
They will settle. And I made this sweet marble floor. I drug veins in it, and my veins went from the center of the floor to underneath the wall.
Oh, gosh.
It all flowed. So what I learned there is I should have caulked the perimeter before I did the epoxy, and it would have contained my resin in my project. So that's a pro tip. And what the proper prep is I used our epoxy floor patch gel to patch the subfloor. You don't want to do it over 2x6 subfloor. That's way too many cracks to deal with. I just patched the seams of the subfloor and I patched it in knots. Let that dry, sanded it down, and then I applied epoxy undercoat. We sell it in gallon size jugs on the flooring section of the website. Let that dry off as normal, about 4 hours, and then you're applying the flooring epoxy directly over that. It's like a giant countertop on the floor now. Same deal, but caulk around the
Caulk,
perimeter.
when you're caulking that, you don't want to use silicone.
No, I used latex caulking. Oh, I didn't, but I will be moving forward, especially on your second story, guys. It literally moved a lot. I had it on GoPro. It was pretty sweet. But I drug a vein, like I spray painted a yardstick and drug it in there. It looked fire.
Oh, wow.
And then it disappeared. So, all right, guys, let us know a few questions. We're going to almost get back to class, huh?
Yeah, they've got a few more minutes.
They got a few more minutes. I got to eat lunch. I forgot to mention the slab jig is back in stock and it's flying off the shelf. It's a perfect Christmas present. So grab one now before it's too late. We had an order of like 400 and we're already past halfway through. So they're ordering up again. Those are our tool for leveling twisted, nasty woodworking projects. So you don't have to yard it to a CNC shop, pay a bunch of money. They are half the cost of any of our competitors that have a wood slab, a router sled that takes your router, levels woodworking, check it out at stonecoatcountertops.com.
All right.
And then before we leave, don't forget rk3designs.com, our hands-on training classes. Her hands-on training classes are absolutely amazing. We head out to the pro ones. It's my favorite part of my job. And we're in the middle of one right now. What are they going to learn the rest of the day?
Today is our business essential day. We've already talked about customer acquisition, pricing your pieces. We're going over the contract right now, which we provide a contract for you guys. And it is a very, very well written, very detailed contract. We talk about
I
bidding.
paid a lot of money for my contract. Do you
Yeah.
charge extra for that? Does that come with a class?
It comes with the class.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
In
pretty
fact,
sweet.
we paid more for that contract than it cost you to come to our class.
Dang.
So it is
That's
a
worth it.
very,
Yeah.
very, very good
Cost of
contract.
that alone is worth the
It
price.
is. We talk about how to market. We have
Mm-hmm.
some guest speakers that talk about a lot of really key information. Tomorrow, Kenny will do all the fabricating. They'll
Yeah,
learn how
that's a
to
good day.
fabricate countertops, rock edges, how to seam, how to do shower panels.
Mhm.
The first 2 days was very intense hands-on epoxy training where we teach you how to do beautiful finishes just like this.
Repeatable, simple ones
simple,
that are
sellable.
installable. Correct.
That's right, right.
And then, so Rhonda will teach the class, shows them exactly how to do it, all the little techniques you need, and then sets them free. They go do the exact same thing Rhonda just did, and we go help them along the way.
We let them have their creativity, but we also show them if they get into a bind, how
Yeah,
to fix
how to pull
things
out.
and stuff. Also wanted to mention, guys, we do have a full line of Stone Coat Countertop products here on our site. We do also have Just Resin, Color Passion,
Right.
Color Obsession, all of those really beautiful colors. We keep all of those in stock as well. We do free shipping on all of our orders
And fast
over
shipping.
$100, and we ship same day. You call us, we ship same day if you order before noon Texas time.
That's
Central
huge.
Time.
That's
So-
something Stone Coat had early on when we were still a family-owned business. So you support Rhonda, you're supporting Stone Coat, guys. Get the epoxy to you quickly. Order from
Yeah, we
RK3.
work really hard to take care of you. And guys, if you have any questions at all about anything, you guys give me a call. We're here. We love to talk to the Stone Coat family, and we will answer whatever questions we can. Just look us up on rk3design.com. All right,
Awesome.
I'm going back to class.
Get back
All
there.
right, we'll see ya.
All right, I'm gonna pour some baby diamond dust veins in here now.
While
Just
you're
having
pouring
fun.
that, Mitch, how many square feet does a quart of bonding primer cover? Do you know?
Yeah, you could do
A lot.
easily 40 to 60 square feet.
That's
Easily
two
one
coats.
kitchen. Yeah, 2 thin coats.
Almost like a snake skin.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's really cool.
Let's leave that. Let's not mess with it. Look how it got skinny here. That's neat. I'm gonna do another one. I'm not gonna mess with this front. Look at that, Keith.
That's fire.
I love how the white pulled over and then the alcohol boop peekabooed below. I'm not touching that except when we peel this tape. So we're gonna peel this tape. It's gonna be after the live, but we'll share some photos on our insiders group. Crush the like button, guys. If you learned something today, we try to have some fun, answer your questions, push the limits here of creating with epoxy. So we give you some
back to that
inspiration.
patience part that Rhonda was talking about. That's what's so important of just giving that time, because all of those veins that are just poured in there are going to soften up so much and give it almost a three-dimensional look. Especially with that diamond.
Is there a time frame on applying the top coat?
Absolutely not. You could apply the top coat 10 years down the road. So if you've installed your epoxy 7, 8 years ago when we started selling it and you don't have the ultimate top coat, just thoroughly clean, then lightly sand with 220, clean all that dust, and you're ready to apply the ultimate top coat. It's a cool product, but you want to practice it. It's not like epoxy. It takes a little more practice, and don't just practice on a sample piece. I'd practice on a piece like this. So if you're really serious about doing this in your own home, create a decent size sample piece, order a little bit of extra epoxy. For me to sell extra epoxy, it goes a long way when you've mixed it up the first time and thrown it out on a board, right? You're gonna look, okay, I love this, but it's too dark. My wife's screaming at me, it's too dark. So I'm now going to add 20% more white to my next one. Look at that. It's a magnet. That is a good magnet, bro. Sorry, my mic totally connected to the torch. I'm gonna get rid of some of my air bubbles. You could use a heat gun, but honestly, a propane torch is the quickest and easiest way to do it. You're just gonna hold it an inch or so from the surface and keep it moving. The epoxy will not catch on fire. What you wanna keep into account is if you have a tape dam, that will catch on fire a lot quicker than the epoxy doesn't catch on fire. Just give it a quick blow and it blows out that tape. There is not much air left in here.
A little bugger in there.
I sneezed.
That's where that came from.
Yeah. Is it green?
It's hard. It's been there a while.
It's Rhonda. Rhonda's eating lunch and she didn't like that commentary. All right, guys. Yeah, let me know.
All right, so what would cause dimples after pulling away the tape from the edge, like dimples on the edge?
Was the epoxy super, super thick? If they had to use heat to help that flow, if you waited too long in this process, that can cause some rippling. I don't understand. Was it on the edge or the surface?
What causes dimples in pulling away from the edge after tape pull?
I have a question with that. Is it dimples or is it drip? And a couple of things. What kind of tape is it? If you use a tape with a lot of adhesive, there's certain kinds of tapes out there that will leave a little bit of adhesive residue that causes, when the epoxy flows over, it does cause some adhesion issues. So you get kind of those little ripples
They're saying dimples on the surface.
on the surface.
I don't know. That's hard to. I've never had that happen to me.
Did they spray with alcohol?
Yeah. If you use isopropyl alcohol, like 71%, there's more water in that. That can create craters or dimples, but the tape would have nothing to do with that. I've never had dimples appear from the tape. I have pulled the tape late, and I've had to heat up the front leading edge to get it to flow, which is a pro tip. And that's caused like some rippling, but not dimples. So
If
I
your
don't know.
piece is unlevel, when you go to pull your tape and you have a lot of it running off the edge and it's real thin along that edge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dimples typically. But
Often dimples are caused from isopropyl alcohol, maybe a little too late in the process, or the product could have been really cold, perhaps, as it's curing. I don't know. That's a tricky one. Let me know a couple questions because we're about to get out of here. We got to get back to class. This was a lot of fun. It's pretty busy, but it's still quite pretty. This would make a great
color,
vanity. With a couple of vessel sinks chilling on here.
yeah.
Oh man, this right here.
Entertainment center top.
Yeah. If I were to do it again, I would do wider.
Bigger, yeah. Not
Bigger
so many-
swatches.
not so
Yeah.
many, yeah.
Maybe like 5 strips and then blend them in.
Have you showed them the floor?
No, we haven't. They haven't even seen this video yet. Let's give them a sneak peek.
Okay.
Let's give them a sneak peek. I'm pulling off the gloves, guys. It's officially over. It's game over. It's lunchtime soon. Is this locked up? Yep.
Is this the one?
I forget.
Yeah, they just went live. No way.
We're still live.
What is it?
Oh, here, I'll do it. Sorry, y'all.
It's the.
Oh,
So welcome
duh.
to our shipping
This is the new
department.
shipping spot for
Yeah.
Rhonda. Kenny and I made this floor as well as Rhonda.
It's filthy, so
It's very dirty.
pretty flat.
This is our silver and white marble floor. Rhonda's, okay, we got to show them these colors too, bro. Like Stone Coat has 30 mica powders. Stone Coat has 15 dyes, maybe less than that, a dozen dyes. Some glitters. Check out all this stuff. These are high-end epoxy pastes that Rhonda sells, and so does Artist Till Death, but these things are amazing. There's some additives in there that does some cool effects to the epoxy that you can't get anywhere else.
Did you do some videos with the paste?
I did the
Yeah.
Blue Ghost, if you guys have seen that. Was there any in Van Gogh? There might have been some. There's a green- I did that.
The Big Mitch Marble has
Yep.
the ebony luster in it.
Look at Jack Shimmer. I have not seen this
Oh,
yet.
that's beautiful.
I'm going to buy some of this on my way home. Look at this one. It's a darker blue earth
We
almost,
did
huh?
get a bunch of the ebony lusters.
The
in.
ebony luster, that's probably going to be hard to show on camera,
Yeah.
but this stuff is like a gunmetal in the black, which is extremely
It
hard.
has like a ghost of a silver in it.
That was the Big Mitch marble that you
Yep.
made, right?
Yeah. There's just, I can't even, I'll spend all day in here. I've spent a lot of Polytex money buying these colors. They are awesome. So,
It's like having shoes. You can't have
yes,
too many.
that is right. So this floor was really fun. We, Kenny and I did this in a few hours on this one. This is all our white marble stuff. We made it more gray. We got alloy in here. A lot of fun, guys. Who has a flooring project that they want help on? Kenny and I will travel to you if the price is right. Ooh, can I get that pink RK3 design shirt? Yes. I'll wear it tomorrow.
You gonna rock it?
Yeah. I can't put it on right now, though.
Ozzy Osbourne asks, will a butane kitchen torch work just as well as a propane?
Yes. Well, okay. A butane is less heat. It will pop the bubbles, but a propane one would be more efficient. So it still will, though, for sure. But those are often like a little. So you'll be going slower. It's gonna torch a narrower swatch of your epoxy. That propane torch, that's a Burns-O-Matic TS4000. You could get them at the Home Depot or Lowe's. Any torch that has holes at the bottom, that's key. That's crucial because when you tip it over, if there's no air holes at the base of that torch head, it will turn off and it will start spitting raw propane, which, hey, maybe that's happened. That can cause dimpling.
Yeah.
Bing.
So this is what we're talking about. See the hole right there? It's got to have that hole. And pro tip, wrap your torch with press and seal.
That's smart.
That way, when you get epoxy all over your hands, you can protect your torch.
That's smart. I set my drill under the table, not realizing the piece was overhanging it and putting epoxy all over my drill. But I caught it the next day and was able with a heat gun to dig it out and saved it. So that's another pro tip. Guys, all right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat lunch.
Give them one final flyover.
Yeah, give them one final flyover. What do you think of it?
Love it.
It's pretty, huh?
Love it.
How you liking the class?
I love it.
You learning a lot?
Must come.
Awesome. Cool.
Must come.
Cool.
Very well worth it.
Yeah, we're going out to supper tonight as a whole class, too. That's going to be a good time. The best Mexican food you'll find in America, right here, South Texas.
It's so worth it. So.
I'll stand by that, bro. Let's create a fight in there.
I was about to say, has it was fighting words.
Man, there's some cool stuff in here. Just like the floor, I was walking around just stopping like, whoa. Ooh, that's my favorite. No, wait, this is my favorite. We use more diamond dust in this one, and I like it. I really do. I really do. All right, guys.
Have to buy all the colors.
Thank you. That's
I want
awesome.
that recipe.
Yeah. You got to rewatch the live. We just went live while you guys were in there eating lunch.
Oh, YouTube,
No rest for the weary.
YouTube live.
Yeah, for sure. On Stone Coat.
Totally missed lunch over
All right, guys. Thanks for watching from Stone Coat Epoxy. Don't forget, you got this. And we'll see you on the next live. Don't forget that slab jig is for sale. And Rhonda, RK3 Designs, those epoxy classes are for sale right now. And they're booking quick.
They are.
First one's in January, right?
January. Yep.
Boom. Book it. I'll be there. You'll be there. It's a lot of fun, guys. Thanks. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.